Hello, today I'm going to be just explaining the techniques and modification exercises for the 5K studies. So I'll start with Sam. He's classified as class 3 overweight, so some of his exercises might need modifying due to his size. There might be limited range of motion and mobility. So the first one is abdominal crunches that I'd like to explain. So laying on the floor, if this exercise isn't achievable, just a standard abdominal crunch. An alternative can be to lay on the side, head can rest on the hand, and crunch up that way. The next exercise is push-ups. If this isn't achievable, push-ups, alternatively, there's many ways to do push-ups. So on knees, keeping the back straight, standard push-up. This can also be done on the wall. These can also be done in water, but with using dumbbells to do hammer curls is another alternative, and an alternative for doing that in a water-based environment. And the last one I've got for Sam is squats. So standard squats, if that's too painful or causes any issues for Sam, an alternative for that can be in water is just walking on the spot or walking laps up and down the pool. We'll use those same walking muscles but have less impact on like his knees and joints in the lower body. So the next person I've got is John. John has incontinence, so his exercises will focus on building up his pelvic floor and strengthening those muscles around that area. The first one I've got is glute kickbacks. So yeah, these are just standing, pulling back, so engaging your core and glutes as you do this, and kicking back. An alternative to this exercise is laying on the floor, or also using a chair for stability, like that, or lying on the floor, just kicking upwards, and same with the other leg. So the next exercise I've got is side clamps. So bend goes up a little bit higher, laying on the side and opening the legs up. Alternatively, this can be done in a seated position. So sit on the chair with your bum just touching the chair, like have all of your legs off the chair. Then legs like hip width apart and then pulling out. And the last one is heel drops. So heel drops should be performed over like a step. Don't have one with me here, but you're standing on the step and you're dropping your heels down off the edge of the step. An alternative to this one can be lying leg raises, either machine or on the floor if there is no machine. So you would put the weight in here between your legs, hold that together and then lower them up and down for that one. So yeah, that's John done. So the next person is Peter. Peter is also classified as obese on his report. So with his exercises, due to his size, he may be off balance or need extra support when doing some of these exercises due to his mobility. So I have written lunges in, but alternatively, lunges, if Peter is off balance, can be done holding onto a pole. So this will make him more, he'll be able to have more stability because he'll have something to hold on to in balance when he's holding onto the pole. And another alternative could be using a chair as well. Also done push-ups, so you can do standard push-ups on the toes. Alternative can be also on the knees. Also, if that's causing pain in his wrist due to his size, an alternative can also be to do that on the wall, so that would take the pressure off the wrist completely. So same kind of thing. Just less weight on the wrists. The final one is ankle touches. So laying legs up, feet on the floor, and just tapping the ankles side to side. An alternative to this, if it's not achievable because of limited range of motion, is oblique crunches. So bring the legs down and across to one side and just a normal crunch. And then you'd obviously be swapping sides. The next person I'll talk about is Jill. Jill has sciatica, lower back pain and poor posture. So for her, I will talk about lateral crunches, bird dog and machine calf raises. So first one with the lateral crunches. So they're laying on the side and just crunching up. An alternative for this one is oblique crunches, like I said before. Legs across to one side and crunching up. This one's being done as an alternative because of her poor posture. If she's laying on one side may be stronger than the other or weaker. So if she's laying on her back, then she's using more of her core to push herself up and staying stabilized as she's doing that movement. The next one is bird dog. So a modification, or I guess a regression for this one, rather than doing both arm and leg at the same time, would be just to do one arm or one leg. And the last one is machine calf raise. So an alternative for the machine calf raise would just be to do it freestanding. So you use, again, a pole or a chair to do this, holding onto it for stability. Just moving up and down. I guess the benefits of using the pole or the chair would be that your body's staying in that straight line, so your posture's being maintained as you're moving through that exercise. So the last person for today is Thomas. First exercise is a one-legged glute bridge. So this one will be lying on the floor, hips up and leg out, and going up and down. Alternatively, instead of keeping the leg out straight, can be bent at 90 degrees. And same with the other side. The next one is a side hip hitch. So this one's usually done over a step. So one leg on the top of the step, one leg hovering over, and you're going to lower down and up. Same for both legs. So modifications for this include holding onto the wall for support if you're at home, if you're not and you're in a gym, holding onto a pole or a stick, but make sure the pole is on the lower part. And this can be made easier or harder by increasing or decreasing the size of the step. And the last one is calf raises. So because of Thomas's medial tibial stress syndrome, if calf raises are causing pain, the alternative is to do it seated. So again, just on the chair, and calf raises, sorry. Oh, you can't really see my feet, but you'll keep your toes on the ground and lower up and down in the seated position. So bum forward, legs completely off the chair. And you can put a weight on your lap to make the calf raises harder in this position as well.